One of the prettiest places you want to be in. Beautiful place.
You would be hard-pressed to find a more serene setting than Massey's Mill.
To hear the rippling water.
Hugging the Tye River, the small village sits nestled in the valley of Nelson County. For native Carl Raines,
Tranquil and peaceful.
his boyhood home once provided a sense of security.
A day like this, and it feels safe.
But on the morning of August 20th, 1969,
It's hard to even imagine how violent it was.
evil arrived without invitation.
Small craft should seek safe harbor.
4 days before, Hurricane Camille ravages the Gulf Coast, 900 miles away.
The 7 a.m. bulletin from the Weather Bureau. Camille, a small but extremely dangerous storm, is now shifting westward.
What the 12,000 people living in Nelson County do not know,
The wind is so strong one can hardly stand up in it.
Camille was barreling toward the Blue Ridge with no plans of leaving.
We had no warning 50 years ago.
Carl's younger brother Warren and the entire Raines family never give Camille a second thought.
I was 14 years old.
But relentless rain and a flooding home forced them to leave.
And suddenly, flash floods are roaring down every hill and hollow.
The lightning was so intense, it was almost like daylight.
The 7 Raines and the neighbor's 4 children escape in the family station wagon. But their car is no match for the Tye River's might.
The water just rose so fast.
The group flees on foot.
My mother was carrying my little sister, and my father was carrying my 9-year-old brother.
Then Camille unleashes her fury.
The water had risen so quickly. It's unbelievable how fast. It was like an ocean wave almost.
A wall of liquid and debris swallows everyone whole.
Totally helpless.
Family members disappear into the night.
And I told them what I was holding on to was giving way. My mother said, "Let go, we'll catch you." And I let go of it, and I got there. They were gone. They were gone. That was the last I saw of them.
The brothers claw at anything to stay alive.
It was like it was going to be the end of the world anyway. It had to be.
3 feet of rain falls in roughly 6 hours. The Raines boys witness the world around them wash away.
All night long, you had to watch out to make sure you weren't going to get run over.
Cows, cars, it was unbelievable.
I saw an entire house float within just a few feet of me.
At daybreak, rescuers in boats pluck the brothers from 2 trees. Warren and Carl start searching.
I do remember that we went in and looked up in the attic and hollered, "Mama, Daddy, any of y'all here? Are y'all here?" It was just dead silence. Didn't hear nothing.
The mountains tell the story. Every ravine scarred by landslide.
Nelson County's ruined landscape is unrecognizable.
Just unbelievable, the devastation. But it's all caused by water.
900 buildings and 100 bridges leveled. But the human toll is far worse. 1% of Nelson's population, more than 150 people, were killed or missing.
How many are dead or missing here in Massey's Mill?
There are total count of 23 gone.
There's no comparison to anything else that I worked on.
Retired Virginia State Trooper Ed Tinsley labored 27 straight days helping the county recover.
Big surge that came out of Davis Creek and all had come out. The tractor and trailers were gone. And I mean, they didn't go up the road, they were gone. We found all the drivers, the bodies of the drivers.
Mr. Tinsley says there was no way in or out of Nelson.
One thing we didn't have for about 36 hours was communications.
Carl and Warren were also cut off from everything they knew.
It was really a tough time.
The Raines posed for this photo at a picnic just 10 days before Camille. But the teens' hope for another family reunion dims as the bodies of their loved ones turn up one by one.
While we were there at the funeral home, while we were making the arrangements, they got word that they found their mother.
The remains of their baby sister Ginger were discovered 2 weeks later, 20 miles away.
The storm happened a month after her 7th birthday.
To lose one member of the family is really bad. To lose 5, the majority of your family, and there was nothing more devastating than that.
The Rains brothers face life alone, leaning on each other while growing up fast.
Lost their childhood in one night, became orphans in just minutes.
On a ridge high above Massey's Mill at Jonesboro Cemetery, words don't come easy for Carl Rains.
It's kind of hard to say.
He takes little comfort knowing family members lie together.
This is the resting place for my mother and father and 2 sisters and a brother.
Guilt still lingers 50 years later.
And I guess there's a place over there for me too at some point.
It's a good photograph. I mean, it's one of the few that, like I said, that we had.
Hurricane Camille ranks as one of the worst storms on record.
Some people say, oh man, you were lucky to make it. I think I was unlucky to have what happened to us. I think it's more unlucky than to be lucky.
Each passing anniversary pushes the catastrophe farther away. But for Warren and Carl, the memories still cut deep.
Remember, my mother would gather all of us children at bedtime. She'd sit down here, we would have a prayer before bedtime.
Camille tore through Virginia in just 24 hours, but she robbed 2 boys of their innocence for a lifetime.
Don't really enjoy talking about it. I can get really emotional, but it's a story that needs to be told.